Welcome to Goalie's PIP Academy.
Hey there, earthquake explorers! Get ready to shake things up as we dive into the rumbling world of earthquakes. Ever wondered what makes the ground dance like nobody's watching? Well, hold on to your hats because we're about to uncover the seismic secrets of our planet. First off, picture this. Earth, our cosmic home, isn't just a solid ball. Oh no, it's got layers like a giant geologic cake. We're talking about the inner core, outer core, mantle, and crust. Imagine the crust and the top of the mantle as Earth's very own skin. But instead of lotion, it's made up of massive pieces of rock known as tectonic plates. Think of them like puzzle pieces that just can't seem to sit still. Earthquakes occur along fault lines, cracks in Earth's crust where tectonic plates meet. They occur where plates are subducting, spreading, slipping, or colliding. As the plates grind together, they get stuck and pressure builds up. Finally, the pressure between the plates is so great that they break loose. Now, these plates aren't exactly the best of friends. All that rubbing and bumping creates tension, and when things get too tense, snap. We've got an earthquake on our hands, folks. It's like the ultimate game of tectonic tug of war. Time for a pop quiz. How do earthquakes occur? A. The pressure between the plates is so great that they break loose. Or B. Earth is on vibration mode. Did you select the option A? The pressure between the plates is so great that they break loose. Well done, folks. You are right. Now hold on to your hats, because here's the kicker. Did you know that about 90% of all earthquakes throw their parties in the Pacific Ocean? Yep, it's like the hot spot for all things seismic, appropriately dubbed the Ring of Fire. With more earthquakes than you can shake a stick at and enough volcanoes to make even the bravest explorer sweat, it's the ultimate earthly hotspot. But wait, there's more. Earthquakes aren't just about shaking things up. They can also be the catalyst for other natural disasters like avalanches, landslides, and tsunamis. It's like a domino effect of geological chaos, and the intensity of the earthquake can be measured by using a seismograph. Now, let's talk location, location, location. The epicenter, aka the VIP section of the earthquake, is where all the action goes down. The closer you are to the epicenter, the more you'll feel the Earth's groove. And don't worry, scientists have got the lowdown on earthquakes covered with their trusty seismographs. These nifty gadgets measure the intensity of quakes, giving us the inside scoop on just how much Earth is throwing a tantrum. Time for another quiz. Which gadget is used to measure the intensity of earthquake? A. Seismograph. B. Thermometer. Have you selected the option A? Seismograph? Yes, folks! You guessed it right. All right, folks. It's been a seismic blast hanging out with you today. Remember, when life gives you earthquakes, make seismographs. This is another video brought to you by Goalie, the best kids tablet. Keep shaking and quaking, my friends.
Is your little one working on finding their first words? You're not alone in this journey. At Goalie, we've developed a speech and language system to support early language learners. Our goal is to help kids learn their first 50 words. Here's what makes Goalie special. First is we have interactive apps designed by expert speech therapists. We make ad-free content like this to support learning. And lastly, our app for parents lets you track your child's progress. Every child develops at their own pace, and at Goalie, we're here to provide that extra boost. Our system has already helped thousands of families across America support their kids' communication needs. Visit getgoalie.com and use code YouTube10 for 10% off your first purchase. Again, that's getgoalie.com to give your learner a boost in speech.
Howdy, weather warriors. Welcome to another thrilling episode of Twister Tales with your favorite host, Tornado Tom. Today, we're diving into the wild world of tornadoes. Buckle up, because it's going to be a whirlwind of fun. Legend has it that Pecos Bill, the toughest Texas cowboy ever, took his lasso made from a rattlesnake and roped the biggest, meanest cyclone ever. He rode that cyclone until it got so tired that it petered out. And the story is told about how Dorothy and Toto were picked up in their house by a beast of a tornado and dropped over the rainbow in the land of Oz. These stories may be tall tales and fantasy and fun to tell around the campfire, but they're close in describing the power and fury of one of nature's most terrifying events. Tornadoes, also known as twisters, also known as cyclones, are vertical funnels of rapidly spinning air. And though they can happen just about anywhere around the world, a great percentage of them happen right here in the United States. More than 1,000 a year. Joke time. Why did the tornado break up with the hurricane? Because it was too much of a whirlwind romance. It's pop quiz time. Are you ready to test your knowledge? What is another name for a tornado? A. Hurricane. B. Twister. Did you select the option B? Yes, you are right. Where do they come from? Do they pop up out of the ground? Well, no. Here's what happens. When warm, moist air moving up from the Gulf of Mexico meets cool, dry air coming down from Canada, a very unstable weather pattern develops. Thunderstorms and cumulonimbus clouds gather. If the storm pattern remains random and disorganized, scattered storminess will be the only result. But if the storm pattern is more organized, and as rising warm air becomes cooled, the clouds begin to swirl. More warm air is sucked up from the ground, and a funnel cloud begins to take shape. If it touches the ground, it's a full-on tornado. A tornado may be a few feet across or up to nearly 2 miles wide. It may be a water spout, a land spout, or a dust devil. They move along the ground at maybe 20 miles per hour, maybe faster. Some have been clocked at more than 70 miles per hour. And so they move, shredding everything in their path. Houses become splinters, cars and trucks are tossed about like toys, and trees are uprooted. The sound is unmistakable. The sound is like a roaring freight train, but there is no locomotive. Joke time. Why did the tornado get a job at the library? Because it was good at spinning tales. It's time for another quiz. What is the sound of a tornado often compared to? A. A car horn. B. A roaring freight train. C. A barking dog. D. A ringing phone. Did you select the option B? Yes, you are right. The life expectancy of a tornado is about 6 to 10 miles, and some have been much, much longer as it leaves a swath of destruction in its path. It's very difficult to predict precisely when and where a tornado will strike. However, dark, greenish skies, rotating clouds, and hail are pretty good signs. Supercells, tenacious and long-lasting storms, create the most powerful tornadoes. The emergency broadcast system may issue a tornado watch, indicating that conditions are ripe for tornado weather, or a tornado warning, meaning that a tornado is likely, and you may have only 15 minutes to react and seek appropriate shelter. Joke time. Why don't tornadoes play cards? Because they always end up in a spin. All right, it's last quiz. What is the average life expectancy of a tornado in terms of distance? A. 1 to 2 miles. B. 3 to 5 miles. C. 6 to 10 miles. D. 11 to 15 miles. Did you select the option C? Yes, you are right. Wow, we just learned a lot about tornadoes, from how they form to the damage they can cause. Tornadoes are powerful and awe-inspiring, but also dangerous. Stay safe and always be prepared. And remember, this whirlwind journey was brought to you by Goalie, the best kids tablet.
Is your little one working on finding their words? You're not alone in this journey. At Goalie, we've developed a speech and language system to support early learners. Our goal? To help kids learn their first 50 words. Here's what makes Goalie special. Interactive apps designed by expert speech therapists. We make ad-free content, like this one, to support learning. Our app for parents lets you track your child's progress. Every child develops at their own pace, and Goalie is here to provide that extra boost. Our system has already helped thousands of families across America support their children's communication skills. Visit getgoalie.com today and use code YouTube10 for 10% off your first purchase. Again, that's getgoalie.com to give your learner a boost in speech.
Hey there, Storm Squad. It's your weather warrior, Hurricane Harry. Ready to dive into the wild world of hurricanes? Buckle up, because it's going to be a whirlwind of fun. Hurricane alert! The National Weather Service has announced a hurricane. Hey, Storm Squad, if you heard this emergency report on TV or the radio, would you be concerned? Would you be alarmed? What would you do? Would you know what to do? Today, we're talking about the severe weather phenomenon. You know, a giant, swirling storm, accompanied by severe thunderstorms with sustained winds of at least 74 miles per hour, the event we call a hurricane. This kind of storm is known as a typhoon in the Northwest Pacific and a cyclone in the South Pacific and Indian Oceans. These severe storms go by different names around the world. Each one gets its own name. Joke time. Why did the hurricane go to school? To become a little more worldly, it's pop quiz time. Are you ready to test your knowledge? What is a hurricane called in the South Pacific? A. Typhoon. B. Cyclone. Did you select the option B? Yes, you are right. Have you ever been in a hurricane? Have you ever experienced being in a heavy rainstorm with thunder and lightning? Were you scared? It's okay to be scared in a storm. Severe weather scares us all because it's so unpredictable. Let's learn about how hurricanes are formed. A hurricane in the Northern Hemisphere generally boils up between the months of June and November. As tropical seawater is heated by the sun, this warming air rises into the atmosphere, forming rain clouds. While down below, the warmth is replaced with cooler air, which is warmed and rises. It's like a cycle, and the cycle repeats over again as long as there is a supply of warm seawater. As the clouds cool, rains fall and winds develop. The Earth, as it rotates, causes the storm to spin, and if the resulting circulating winds reach 39 miles per hour, the storm becomes a tropical depression, and the storm gets a name. Tropical storms are tracked very closely by radar until they peter out and die. But as they gain more energy from warm waters, they grow and grow. And if the sustained wind speed reaches 74 miles per hour, bam, a hurricane is born. Joke time. What did one hurricane say to the other? I have my eye on you. It's time for another quiz. At what wind speed does a tropical storm become a hurricane? A. 39 miles per hour. B. 50 miles per hour. C. 74 miles per hour. D. 100 miles per hour. Did you select the option C? Yes, you are right. Let's move on. These massive storms can reach 50,000 feet high and spread out 125 miles in diameter. We may know a lot about hurricanes, but we still don't know enough. It takes the courageous men and women of NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, to help us learn more. Flying aboard the two powerful Lockheed P-3 Orion airplanes, also known as Kermit and Miss Piggy, these brave scientists called hurricane hunters fly into the hurricane. Yep, they fly in and out of the storm, and even through the eye. With special instruments, they collect data to help us learn more about hurricanes. Wow, that's incredible. Thanks, NOAA. Joke time. Why did the Scarecrow become a hurricane tracker? Because he was outstanding in his field. All right, it's last question. What are the names of the two powerful Lockheed P-3 Orion airplanes used by NOAA to study hurricanes? A. Frodo and Sam. B. Kermit and Miss Piggy. C. Tom and Jerry. D. Batman and Robin. Did you select the option B? Yes, you are absolutely right. On September 20th, 2017, a Category 5 hurricane struck the island of Puerto Rico. The damage and loss of life have been devastating. All 3.4 million residents were plunged into a deep crisis. This hurricane was named Maria and then affected many of the islands of the Caribbean. It will take years for them to recover. Wow, we just learned a lot about hurricanes, from how they form to the damage they can cause. Hurricanes are powerful and awe-inspiring, but also dangerous. Stay safe and always be prepared. And remember, this whirlwind journey was brought to you by Goalie, the best kids tablet.
Is your little one working on finding their words? You're not alone in this journey. At Goalie, we've developed a speech and language system to support early learners. Our goal? To help kids learn their first 50 words. Here's what makes Goalie special. Interactive apps designed by expert speech therapists. We make ad-free content like this one to support our learning, and our app for parents lets you track your child's progress. Every child develops at their own pace, and Goalie is here to provide that extra boost. Our system has already helped thousands of families across America to support their children's communication skills. Visit getgoalie.com today and use the code YouTube10 for 10% off your first purchase. Again, that's getgoalie.com to give your learner a boost in speech.
Howdy there, Hot Pocket geologists! Ready to journey to the heart of a simmering potbelly of our planet? Okay. Like a bowl of its favorite spicy chili, Mother Earth has something big boiling beneath its surface. Yup, it's moving, grooving, and undergoing a complete makeover even as we speak. This planet is indeed very dramatic. She's always got something sizzling under her crust. So put on your heat-resistant boots. It's time to explore the fiery performers called volcanoes. It's a break in the Earth's pizza-like crust through which magma, the spicy marinara sauce, flows. Lurking beneath the cheese-topped crust are massive chambers of molten rock known as magma. Like some kitchen disasters we've experienced, the magma can cool down and solidify, or mixed with trapped gases, it might decide to put on a show and rise to the surface. As soon as this barbecue sauce, magma, hits the surface, it's christened as lava. Now, volcanoes can be active, dormant, or extinct, which is basically saying they are either partying, sleeping, or have retired from parties altogether. Extinct volcanoes are not expected to erupt in the future. Fascinating, isn't it? Let's explore 3 major party types of these fiery hosts. Picture Hawaii, millions of years ago. Gloppy eruptions, shield volcanoes doing their thing, and kapow! Just like that, the Hawaiian Islands were born. These shield volcanoes are huge, slow, and mostly unspectacular. Not every party is wild. With lava that oozes out like honey from a jar. At the risk of stirring fear, yes, some are still active, like the Loihai Seamount, which, believe it or not, is currently under the sea, but is working hard towards becoming its own island in about 100,000 years. Alrighty, let's pause here for a quick question. Can an extinct volcano erupt again? A. Yes. B. No. You've selected the option B? Right. Treats for you! Moving on, I present you the cinder cone volcanoes. Now, these ones love theatrics. A cracking, smoking, sulfur-scented spectacle right in his backyard. But no worries, the Polito family was safe. For us, though, it means we've seen a cinder cone volcano go active and then become dormant. A regular day in the life of a geologist. Before you think this is it, let me introduce our final act. More powerful, scary, and catastrophic than our previous friends, it's the deadly start of the volcano world, the stratovolcano. Imagine a tall mountain hidden under a fluffy white cover of snow. Now, imagine it power yoga breathing out fiery fountains of lava, and you've got a stratovolcano. They can really rain on a parade. These towering performers are known for their violent eruptions, which can halt air travel and fill the air with a deadly cocktail of gases. To meet such a volcano, travel to our very own Mount St. Helens in Washington State, which unveiled its party mood in 1980, affecting lives, homes, railways, bridges, highways, and everything else in its wake. It's essentially the life of the party no one was prepared for. Did you know? Most volcanoes are found along a belt, called the Ring of Fire, that encircles the Pacific Ocean. Scary stuff, isn't it? But hang on, here's another brain picker for you. What is the name of the area in the Pacific Ocean known for most of the world's volcanoes? A. Ring of Fire. B. Ocean's Belly Sea, Heart of Fury, D. Pacific Rim. Folks, have you choose the option A, Ring of Fire? Yes, very well done. Oh, and don't forget the horror stories about Mount Vesuvius in Pompeii, Krakatoa in Indonesia, and the volcanic complex in Iceland. Or the massive volcano waiting to break free underneath Yellowstone National Park. Okay, before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap. Today, we traveled to the hot and stirring belly of Earth and discovered volcanoes. Whether they're active, sleeping, or retired, volcanoes love to make things steamy with their lava eruptions. From the magnificent shield volcanoes in Hawaii to the dramatic cinder cones in Mexico and the snow-capped stratovolcanoes in the Washington state, they sure do add a lot of sizzle to our planet. Thanks for joining me on this explosive adventure. And always remember, life's not about the lava you spill, but how you clean it up. This is another video brought to you by Goalie, the best kids tablet.
Hey, you're watching Goalie's PIP Academy, where we teach about science, geography, history, everything about the whole world. If you want to watch these classes with no ads, no distractions, go to getgoalie.com.
Hey there, disaster dabbler! Strap in! We are about to shake, quake, and whirl our way through the wild world of natural disasters. Let's take the scary out of these natural events because knowledge, my friend, is like a super shield that helps us prepare and respond effectively. Have you ever thought, what is a natural disaster? Broadly speaking, any disaster caused by natural processes that result in considerable destruction falls under this term. Guess what? Even pandemics like the flu are wrapped under this umbrella. There's a whole list of natural disasters out there, but let's talk about the top 10 today. Blizzards, droughts, earthquakes, floods, heat waves, hurricanes, thunderstorms, tornadoes, tsunamis, and wildfires. Oh boy, don't worry though, because our mighty friend, science aids us in predicting many of these. So no need to panic. Instead, let's take a closer look at each of these. Blizzards occur when cold air square dances with warm air, resulting in what's essentially a snowstorm that lasts for more than 3 hours with howling winds. On the flip side, heat waves trap hot air on Earth's surface when high pressure gathers up in the atmosphere, leading to sky-high temperatures. Blizzards, heat waves, and hurricanes have some similarities because they are related to changes in temperature. Now, hurricanes, they are like massive tempest celebrations with thunderstorms and high winds up to 160 miles per hour. That's way faster than a cheetah if it decided to ramp up its speed thrice. All right, Curioso, pop quiz time. Can you guess what blizzards, heat waves, and hurricanes have in common? A, they all involve rain. B, they are related to changes in temperature. Yes, you got it. Option B is the correct answer. We all love a good rain shower, don't we? But did you know that heavy rains can lead to a veritable water attack, floods? Yes, that's when water decides to go all, the floor is lava, on dry land. Now shifting gears, let's talk about earthquakes. This is when the earth shakes, causing vibrations that could result in minor tremors or massive destruction. Did you know a tornado occurs when warm, humid air surges upward? Now, let's dive underwater with tsunamis. They are almighty water waves that can bludgeon the land with an enormous height of up to 100 feet and are often caused by underwater earthquakes. But remember, the knowledge of these disasters is our suit of armor to prepare and protect ourselves efficiently. So, let's move on to wildfires. These fire fiestas, including forest, bush, or brush fires, could ignite due to human activities and are often fanned into raging blazes by dry weather and strong winds. Here is your second question. When does a tornado occur? A, warm, humid air surges upward. B, high pressure traps hot air on Earth's surface. C, tsunami causes an underwater earthquake. D, none of the above. That's right. Option A is correct. Picture a destructive column of wind whirling around at speeds from 100 to 300 miles per hour. A terrifyingly beautiful sight, isn't it? With knowledge as our favorite sidekick, we can juggle through these natural disasters by planning, preparing, and practicing. Creating a game plan, collecting necessary supplies, and going through regular drills are surefire ways to stand tall through such times. Remember, this isn't merely about surviving a disaster, but about reminding ourselves of the American values of hard work, determination, and ingenuity. In conclusion, natural disasters might ruffle our feathers, but the power of knowledge, preparation, and resilience will always help us rise above these challenges. Let's weather the storm together, 'cause remember, we are all in the same boat, navigating through the great sea of life. This was another fun educational adventure on Mother Nature's roller coaster, cracking our brains and tickling our funny bones. This is another video brought to you by Goalie, the best kids tablet, because learning should be as fun as a day at the carnival.
My mind is blown. Where can I learn more about these videos? Oh yeah, getgoalie.com. There's no ads, there's no junk, just cool stuff for kids and a dedicated tablet. Check it out, getgoalie.com.